Today I would like to invite you to listen to the Dhammapada of the Buddha Shakyamuni, the 112th verse from the Buddhist scriptures on the YouTube channel Thien Thai in the USA. Though one should live 100 years idle and inactive, yet better, indeed, is a single day's life of one who makes an intense effort. This verse arose from the Buddha's deep compassion for beings who delay awakening through comfort and complacency. In the ancient account connected to this verse, there lived a monk who entered the Sangha but remained idle, content with robes and alms, avoiding effort and discipline. Days passed without diligence. Seasons turned without transformation. Though his body remained within the monastery, his heart wandered in distraction. Another practitioner, hearing the Buddha's teaching, aroused strong effort, practicing walking meditation through the night, observing the breath with sincerity, abandoning laziness with resolve. Seeing this contrast, the Buddha spoke this verse to awaken urgency, not to criticize, but to guide. He revealed that long life without effort becomes empty, while a single day of wholehearted striving shines brighter than many years of neglect. Effort in the Dhamma does not mean strain or harshness. It means sincere application. It means placing the heart fully into the present. It means walking the path without delay. The Buddha's words here do not praise restlessness. They praise right energy. They praise the courage to rise above inertia. They praise the willingness to turn toward liberation even for one day. Effort is the fire that transforms intention into realization. Without effort, wisdom remains a concept. Without effort, morality weakens. Without effort, meditation becomes shallow. The Buddha teaches that idle living allows defilements to deepen quietly. Laziness does not appear dangerous. It feels soft. It feels harmless. Yet it slowly erodes clarity. The verse points directly to this truth. 100 years lived without effort become like water standing still. It grows stagnant. A single day of intense effort becomes like a flowing river. It cleanses and renews. Intense effort does not mean forcing the mind. It means returning again and again. Returning to the breath. Returning to awareness. Returning to wholesome intention. The Buddha spoke this verse so that beings would not underestimate the power of one day lived wholeheartedly. He knew that awakening does not wait for perfect conditions. It begins with effort now. The story connected to this verse reminds us that spiritual life is not sustained by time alone. It is sustained by energy directed wisely. The Buddha observed that some remained in practice for many years without progress because they avoided effort. Others advanced quickly because they practiced with sincerity. Thus, he taught that even one day of genuine effort surpasses a lifetime of complacency. Effort aligns the mind with purpose. It cuts through doubt. It strengthens mindfulness. It steadies concentration. When effort is balanced, it neither burns nor collapses. It becomes steady like a lamp protected from wind. The Buddha's teaching here is gentle yet firm. He invites beings to awaken from delay. He does not shame. He encourages. He shows that the path responds immediately to effort. The Dhamma is alive. When effort is present, the Dhamma opens. A life lived idly drifts according to habit. Thoughts arise without guidance. Actions repeat without awareness. Suffering continues unnoticed. The Buddha saw this and spoke with compassion. He reminded beings that effort is an act of love toward oneself. To apply effort is to value liberation. To apply effort is to respect the preciousness of human birth. The verse teaches that one day of sincere striving reshapes the heart more deeply than many years of passivity. This teaching awakens faith. Faith gives rise to energy. Energy supports mindfulness. Mindfulness gives birth to wisdom. Thus, the entire path unfolds from effort. The Buddha did not teach waiting. He taught walking. He did not teach postponement. He taught immediacy. The present moment becomes fertile ground when effort is applied. The verse carries a timeless message. It speaks to all beings caught in comfort, distraction, and delay. It whispers gently but clearly that life passes quickly. Opportunity does not repeat endlessly. One day lived with effort becomes a turning point. It breaks the chain of laziness. It opens the door to understanding. The Buddha's words are not severe. They are compassionate reminders that awakening is possible now. Even today, even in this breath, even within one sincere effort. This is the light of the 112th verse. This is the call to awaken energy. This is the Dharma offered without condition. Effort in the Dhamma is described as the willingness to stand up in the midst of inner sleep. It is the courage to face habits that have long governed the mind. The Buddha teaches that laziness is not merely the absence of movement. It is the absence of care. When the heart does not care deeply, the mind drifts. When the mind drifts, suffering quietly multiplies. Thus, effort becomes an expression of compassion toward oneself and all beings. A single day of such effort carries the power to interrupt long patterns of confusion. The Buddha praises this interruption. He does not praise exhaustion or force. He praises steady energy guided by wisdom. Right effort protects the mind from sinking into dullness and prevents it from becoming agitated. It is balanced. It is gentle. It is firm. The verse reveals that idle life is not neutral. It quietly feeds unwholesome tendencies. When effort is absent, craving grows unchecked. Aversion hardens unnoticed. Delusion settles like dust. 100 years lived in this way does not ripen understanding. It only deepens habit. The Buddha therefore speaks clearly. He encourages beings to arouse effort while the opportunity is present. Human life is rare. Awareness is fragile. Thus, even one day of sincere striving becomes immeasurably precious. Effort in meditation means returning to the object again and again. When the breath is forgotten, it is remembered. When the mind wanders, it is gently brought back. Each return strengthens clarity. Each moment of effort weakens confusion. The Buddha teaches that effort is closely linked with joy. When energy is applied skillfully, the heart feels uplifted. This joy is not excitement. It is confidence. It arises when the mind knows it is moving in the right direction. The Dhamma responds immediately to effort. Peace deepens. Awareness sharpens. The practitioner experiences that liberation is not distant. It unfolds step by step. The Buddha spoke this verse so that beings would not underestimate the power of a single day. He knew that effort accumulates momentum. One sincere day leads naturally to the next. Thus, transformation begins quietly and grows steadily. In the tradition surrounding this verse, the Buddha often encouraged disciples who felt discouraged by their slow progress. He reminded them that effort, even brief, bears fruit. A moment of right effort is never lost. It plants a seed that will mature. This teaching removes despair. It replaces it with confidence. The path does not demand perfection. It asks for sincerity. Effort aligns intention with action. It bridges the gap between knowing and living. Without effort, teachings remain words. With effort, teachings become experience. Effort also purifies intention. When one strives earnestly, motivation becomes clear. The heart turns away from distraction and toward freedom. The Buddha emphasizes that intense effort does not mean tension. It means wholeheartedness. It means giving full presence to each step. Walking becomes practice. Sitting becomes practice. Silence becomes practice. Even difficulties become teachers. A single day lived in this spirit becomes rich with insight. It reveals the workings of the mind. It exposes clinging and releases it. Such a day leaves a deep imprint on consciousness. The verse invites reflection on how we use our time. The Buddha does not judge how long one lives. He asks how one lives. Does the heart awaken or remain asleep? Does energy move toward understanding or toward distraction? Effort directs the flow of life. When effort is applied wisely, suffering diminishes. When effort is neglected, suffering continues by default. Thus, the Buddha's teaching is practical and compassionate. He offers a simple measure. One day of true effort surpasses a lifetime of neglect. This teaching carries a quiet urgency. It reminds beings that postponement is subtle and dangerous. One may always plan to practice later, yet later often never arrives. The Buddha therefore brings attention back to now. He encourages effort in this moment. Even a small effort matters. It breaks inertia. It opens the heart. It sets the path in motion. Thus, the 112th verse stands as a call to awaken energy gently and wisely. It teaches that liberation begins with effort, sustained by mindfulness, guided by wisdom, and fulfilled in peace. The Buddha's teaching on effort returns us to the living heart of the path. Life unfolds moment by moment, and each moment invites a choice. When effort is absent, the mind drifts according to habit. When effort is present, the mind awakens to possibility. The verse teaches that a single day lived with wholehearted striving carries immeasurable value. It shows that liberation is not a distant goal waiting at the end of long years. It is approached each time effort is applied with sincerity. The Buddha's compassion shines through this teaching. He does not demand more time. He invites more care. He does not ask for perfection. He asks for presence. Effort transforms ordinary life into practice. It lifts the heart from passivity and brings clarity into action. When one makes effort, mindfulness arises naturally. When mindfulness is present, understanding grows. The chain of suffering weakens. This is the immediate benefit of right effort. The Buddha reminds us that effort is an act of wisdom. It recognizes the preciousness of this moment. It honors the opportunity of human birth. One day lived with effort does not end when the sun sets. Its influence continues. It reshapes intention. It strengthens confidence. It guides future steps along the path. The teaching of the 112th verse dissolves the belief that awakening requires endless time. It replaces delay with immediacy. It replaces comfort with courage. The Buddha speaks gently yet clearly, inviting beings to rise from inner sleep. He assures us that effort, even brief, is never wasted. Each sincere moment moves the heart closer to freedom. Thus the Dhamma becomes alive through effort. It responds with peace, clarity, and compassion. May these words encourage all beings to arouse energy without fear. May effort be balanced, steady, and kind. May each day become an opportunity to walk the path with sincerity. The Buddha's teaching remains a living invitation. It calls us not to wait, but to practice. Not to delay, but to awaken. Even one day lived with effort contains the entire path. Thank you for watching my video. Namalamat Ba. I wish to bring this merit towards all disciples and sentient beings, all of whom will attain Buddhahood. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate your time.